A fully fledged D&D campaign can be intensely rewarding for players and dungeon masters as well. But One-Shot Adventure is sometimes the only thing you have time for. Not only is that great for a group of friends to just try out some new characters, but also if there's a group of strangers that you're meeting for the first time and playing D&D at a hobby shop or at a convention. That's why I'm talking to Mike Merles about the advantages and the freedom that comes with a really good one-shot adventure.
When I'm running a one-shot, I love to run one-shots. I love campaigns, but one-shots are really fun because with a one-shot, you have an excuse to let the party make really big mistakes that would derail a campaign, but that are really fun in the context of a one-shot. So I ran a one-shot just a couple weeks ago at GaryCon. I have a dungeon I've run a couple times. And one of the key parts of it is you meet this devil who's imprisoned in a statue. And you have the opportunity, he uses telepathy to reach out to members of the party and offer them a bargain. Let me go and I'll give you something cool. And then if you let me go and pledge your soul to me, I'll give you something even cooler. Right? And that can be kind of disruptive. The party tension can be disruptive in an ongoing campaign. Though I like doing that stuff in ongoing campaigns also. But I think players are more likely to dive into it because why not? This character, after 2 to 4 hours, this character doesn't exist anymore. So why not do the fun thing? So that would I would suggest for a one shot, try to focus on one interesting thing that's going to happen, or a small number of really interesting things. Then otherwise, try to keep everything really simple. I find dungeons are fantastic for one shots, and I usually start them as here's a preamble. I'll just kind of do a little narration for a minute. The idea behind that is it's something familiar, so you're not spending a lot of time up front explaining things to the players. They just know, hey, we need to go into this dungeon. Someone's lost in here or trapped, and find them. Or, oh, there's someone we're trying to chase down who's in this dungeon. Let's go find them. So you give the players a pretty clear through line. It's also something where you can kind of drop clues in as you explore the dungeon. You're exploring the dungeon, you find, oh, there's a troll here that's been slain, and it's clear, oh, the guy we're after must have killed this troll because we recognize, he's a fire mage, so clearly someone used a lot of fire in here. Or we're trying to rescue someone, so we captured the goblin, and I saw the guy, that guy in purple robes, he got dragged that way. Okay, now we know that's who we're after, that's who we're trying to rescue. And so within that familiar context, then build in some really wacky things, like things that might otherwise bust your campaign. Give an easy thing. Put in a deck of many things. Just do that, right? Draw a boring, bog standard dungeon with just whatever. And I usually I like level 3 for the pre. If I do, we'll do pre-gens. Don't ask people to make up characters unless you have all day and don't mind watching people make characters for an hour, right? I like level 3. I usually aim for a party of 4 to 8. So I have pre-generated characters. Our website, if you go to the page that has the downloadable character sheet, has levels 1 to 10 of a bunch of different characters you can download. Or use D&D Beyond. That's what I use. I make a bunch of characters in D&D Beyond. I just print them out, so I've got them. And so level 3 is nice because it gives players, every class has picked its subclass, so you have some flavor. But it's simple enough that, especially experienced players, they can hop right in. If you have new players, you can just slide them a fighter, and they're good to go. Even at level 3, it's pretty straightforward. And then, just do something in that dungeon. Keep it pretty straightforward so you're not spending a lot of time explaining things to players. Give them puzzles. Give them things that encourage the players to interact with each other, because this is basically, it might be strangers sitting at a table, so that's a fun thing to play with too. It makes things a little more social. And then from there, again, find 1 to 3 things that are really kind of unique that maybe someone wouldn't do in their regular campaign. I was not kidding about the deck of many things. Just you find a shrine in this dungeon and there's the deck of many things sitting there. Who wants to draw, right? And then it's fun. And I think the players are a little more eager to oh yeah, sure, I'll take more risk. Why not, right? This character, again, goes away at the end of the session, so why not? Let's have, be a little more daring, have a little more fun. And I also, again, I really like puzzles and traps that are basically puzzles because it gets the players talking back and forth, and it really lets them make their mark on the adventure. And that's the final point. Very simple advice, but something very straightforward. In a one-shot, if you have a dungeon, have multiple entrances to the dungeon and reward players for being engaged. Okay, you're outside the dungeon and it's this kind of the side of a hill. Oh, let's explore around the hill. What's around here? Oh, there's a chance you could find something and find the secret way in. Players like feeling like they're breaking the rules, especially within a one-shot, right? The worst one is just where it's very linear. And again, that's where dungeon's nice. You can give players a lot of choices without you as DM being overwhelmed by where are the players going to go in Waterdeep? I need to know the entire city. It's more, okay, we enter the dungeon, oh, we're at an intersection, which way do we go? And then the players feel like they're making choices. And then the nice thing is, what I do, I have about 3 or so standard dungeons I built that I bring to every convention. So people just want to play some D&D. I just run one of those dungeons. I know them like the back of my hand now, so it's pretty easy for me to run. And it's funny. It's entertaining for me as a DM because it's different every time. Groups make different decisions, they come up with different things. I don't feel like I'm just running the same rote thing and I'm bored with it. So.
Thank you, Mike Merles, for being on the show. D&D Beyond is the official 5th edition digital tool set for D&D. I'm Todd Kenrick. Thank you for watching.